Right, you lot, and today I'm going to be predicting the quarterfinals of the Champions League, and this is a pretty massive quarterfinals, and they're very exciting. We've got four pretty great games going on here, especially on the side A, or the first side. But I'm going to start with the less exciting side. I'm going to start with Dortmund against Atletico Madrid. Now, Dortmund are someone that you wouldn't really expect, based on their league position, to be in the quarterfinals of the Champions League. They're struggling in fifth at the minute. They might not even get the Champions League next season. Somehow Stuttgart at third. Don't ask me how that happened. But Dortmund have pulled up a lot of flowers and have done very well in the competition. They topped that group of death, don't forget, which did have the likes of PSG, Newcastle and AC Milan in it. And they beat PSV in the last 16, who were unbeaten in their league and in most competitions till recently. So it's been a good run for Dortmund, but I think going against Atletico Madrid, a team that were able to destroy and absolutely shatter the hearts of Inter Milan, I think Diego Simeone will shithouse his way into the semi-final. I think it'll be 2-1 on aggregate, and I'm not super convinced otherwise. PSG against Barcelona. Now, this is quite an iconic fixture, of course. We had the famous 6-1. Somehow PSG did not go through after having a 4-goal lead in the first leg. That might be the most embarrassing moment in all the Champions League history. Look, PSG are laughed at in the Champions League. They've never been able to do it, and they probably never will. But this is Mbappe's last dance. Of course, everyone knows he's going, and I have a good feeling about PSG this year. I think they absolutely probably put on the best performance out of anyone in the last 16. Absolutely made light work, honestly, of it. And in the group, look, they weren't entirely convincing. They lost to Newcastle, but it was a tough group, and they managed to get out of it. And I look at the two 11s, the PSG 11, the Barcelona 11, and Barcelona are an absolute mess right now. Xavi's going at the end of the season, which I think is horrible the way he's been treated personally. I think he did brilliant with them last season, but, is what it is. A fair few, injuries for Barcelona, Pedri, big loss. There's a lot of people out for Barcelona at the minute, and I just think PSG are going to surprise and turn them over. I'm not confident in Barcelona, and I think it will be 4-2 over on aggregate. Okay, the other side. Bayern Munich against Arsenal. Now, another quite iconic fixture, because we all remember I believe it was 8-2, Bayern Munich beat Arsenal. And usually when these two teams face, it only ever goes one way, which is why I'm going to predict it the other way. Now, my feeling here is that I think the morale on Bayern Munich, I think the dressing room's lost. I think Tuchel is just embarrassing. The way he spoke after losing to Dortmund, saying things like, Leverkusen have the title now. They're 13 points behind Leverkusen, and Harry Kane, man, he is just cursed. How can you go to a one-team league, and then the year you go is the year that Leverkusen just decide to become the best team in the world for some reason? I think it's honestly crazy, this whole thing. But I think the morale and I think the momentum is with Arsenal. I think Arsenal, they almost got knocked out. They really had to fight against Porto, of course, going to penalties. And Arsenal's Champions League, there's a bit of a curse over them. But I just think over 2 legs, they'll have enough of Bayern Munich. I think that Bayern Munich are an absolute free-fall. I think, you look at that Munich team, and there's so many stars there. You've got people like Alphonso Davies, people like Matthias de Ligt, people like, experience of like Manuel Neuer. You know what I mean? There's so many names there that any team in the world, even that Tell who is on the bench for them, a quality player, they should be beating this Arsenal side, but Tuchel, he's on the way out. He's got one door out, and if Tuchel's the manager during this fixture, I think Arsenal will do it. Man City against Real Madrid. Now, of course, this has been a fixture for the previous 2 years, and 2 years ago, Man City were leading into the 91st minute, where Rodrigo somehow scored a brace in like 2 minutes. I don't know how that happened. One of the maddest comebacks ever. But then last year they got absolutely embarrassed 4-0 in one of the legs against Man City. Then that was a bad luck. But this is a different Real Madrid team. Yeah, they've got Joselu as number 9. I'm joking. I know he's a squad player. But this new Real Madrid team are just different. Including someone like Jude Bellingham, such a fantastic, incredible player who's really transformed into a new, almost false 9 role at Real Madrid. I think that defence is brilliant. You know, that new left back they've got doing so well. And, you know, the pace of Vinicius Jr., he's going to give Kyle Walker a hard time. He absolutely embarrassed Kyle Walker when they played for England a few days ago. And I feel Man City have some injuries. Ederson is out, John Stones is out. And that's not good. I think Walker's out now as well. Bloody hell, like, Nathan Ake has also got injured, and we don't know who's going to be back, because I think this is about a week or so, but this Man City team are not the same team. You know what I mean? They don't... I don't back them, and I think over 2 legs it will be Real Madrid. And then the semi-final, I might as well chuck in my prediction, I'll do another one as well. If this were to be the case, we know the path, so we know that PSG would play Atletico Madrid. And look, part of me wants to say that Atletico would do it, and it seems like Atletico could turn over PSG, but I think PSG are going to be in the final. And then Real Madrid against Arsenal. I mean, if Man City couldn't do it, I wouldn't think Arsenal could do it. I think Arsenal's defence, as good as they've been, I don't know if they could keep up with Vinicius Jr., Rodrigo and Bellingham. So I think it will be a Madrid versus PSG final. With PSG, they will lose. And Mbappe will reveal Real Madrid shirt at the end. That's what I think.